Welcome to another Flash recap. Today I'm recapping episode 3, Luck Be a Lady. So let's get right into some of the negatives and cons of this episode. Oh man, it wasn't too many to be honest with you. Just a few nitpicks I would say. I like the fact that Harrison Wells, Earth 2 Wells, is back. I like that he's part of the whole season's direction of being funny. It just, it didn't seem like the Harrison Wells or the Harry Wells that I knew from the past. Like, yeah, his humor was always kind of dry, he's funny not because he's trying to be funny, but because his personality in the situation just doesn't fit. And you get a little bit of that, but like I said, it's a very small nitpick, to say that he didn't really mesh well with that. The other small nitpick seems like every week until they change it. Get Iris out of the team. She's not part of the team. There's nothing about her character that suggests she should be part of the team. The other thing, and this is my last one because it's kind of both. It's bittersweet. I really love the idea of this busload of metas that were created by the Flash. I just like the idea of the busload of metas that these random people on one day happen to be on this bus and that's what happened. I like that part. I don't like how it changes the Thinker's plans because after last episode, I kind of thought, okay, the Thinker gave them these powers at some point or what have you. But it seems as if he just wanted the Flash he wanted to create a circumstance in which the Flash gave them powers. So the thing about that is that it makes the Thinker seem like another futuristic villain or somebody from the future that's trying to get at the Flash, and that is tired. It's as tired as the Speedsters thing. I'm just over this whole, I know what's going to happen, you don't know what's going to happen, so I'm coming back to the past to use my knowledge to win. It's stupid, because either in the future everybody knows how to time travel, or it's just that it's a coincidence that all his villains know how to time travel. Either way, with all these people changing time, why hasn't Future Flash came back and done something to change something? I don't know. If everybody's answer is go back to the past and beat the Flash then you would assume the Future Flash would at some point go back in time and do something. And it's like, okay, well, Flash messes up timeline when he does it. Then why is everybody else able to go back in the past and do things without it messing or affecting their life? And it only affects Barry's life when he goes in the past. So that is not holding up for me. And then the last thing, so to go back, the Thinker, that worries me. We don't have confirmation he's from the future, any of that, but it's going down that path that like he knows that if he does this is going to happen, blah, blah. Now that might be his power of like logically mapping out events. Okay, then I'll be fine with that. But if he's just from the future and like, well, I know if I do this, it's going to happen. So we have to wait and see. Last thing I'll say is they play with science a lot and it annoys me like Savitar. Everything about Savitar annoying. And so for this episode, I was so eager to see how they explained her powers. I don't think it was real. I don't think it was real science. Didn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Small nitpicks. Positives, so many positives. It has gone beyond season 1 comedy. Like season 1 was lighthearted, fun, funny. This is just kind of almost like straight slapstick at this point. Like you had a Sully reference, which I'm not sure who the director was or what. I'm sure there's a specific reason they did that, but I just thought it was random when I saw it because I didn't have any prior knowledge and it was funny. The whole episode was fun. And not only this episode, but the whole season so far, it's like they're really making the dialogue. Everything is comedic. And I think it works for the Flash because we've seen so much drama. We've seen so much heartache. And I think because we've seen it before, that allows us to go back to it whenever we want because we understand that's part of their life. But until we dip into that well, we're just going to be funny. And I love that. Oh my God. Jesse, it's like they watched the video. Well, I'm sure they wrote this a long time ago, but it's like they watched the video from last week. I said you need to get rid of Jesse and Kid Flash somehow. I predicted Kid Flash was somehow going to leave for some reason, and it ended up being right. But Jesse breaking up with him was great. So it was like, okay, there's no reason to see Jesse anymore. And then at the end, you throw in Kid Flash up and leaving. Now, I thought he was going to go to Earth 2 and be partners with Jesse, and they were going to get back together. Would have been a cute ending. But I think they're going to need Kid Flash later on. And so they go with the send him to some random place we don't know. It's not like he went to Earth, whatever, to be a hero. He's just going to some random place in this Earth to find himself. Whatever. I don't care. I said last week, I don't like the actor. I don't like the character. Like, this is a trash version of Wally West. Let him go. I'm so happy. We tightened the group up back to kind of where we were before. And so that was super exciting. Joe's relationship, out of all these stupid relationships, Joe's is the only one I like. Actually, Gypsy and Cisco are pretty good, but I like Joe and Cecile. Great. We'll get to the twist later. But I love Joe in this episode. Everything about Joe. And yeah, it was just a fun episode. The girl that played the villain, the lady, she was Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates or something. Hilarious, underrated movie. You should watch it. And I recognize, I'm like, what is she from? But hearing her talk and see her, I'm like, I know exactly what movie she's from. You can't forget her in that movie. So I was like, wow, she was fun. That was funny. Just all the references. It was weird. Everybody Catch the Thinker said her MySpace page. Why did he reference her MySpace page? Like, was that a thing to say she was a loser? I don't know. But I thought that was funny. Everything was funny. The whole luck thing, and it was just straight, cheesy comic book comedy. I think this wasn't exactly a filler episode because you learned a little more about the metas, but I do think it was kind of filler. And for a filler, it was very fun. It wasn't pointless. You had like some laughs and some big things happened. Jesse broke up with Wally. Wally left. Joe, might want to sell the house. All these good things. And I just loved how at the end they set up the situation where everybody's bad luck to the point where they were in some dangerous situations, all because she was in the casino. Thought it was genius. Only part I didn't like, they let the particle accelerator explode so it could offset her powers. Wouldn't that create a lot more metas? I mean, I know they said it was like a hydrogen discharge or whatever. All I know is, scientifically, if it's able to affect her and turn her powers off, then it probably is going to be able to give people powers, right? So the only thing to me is like, well, that's weird. Aren't there going to be more metas? But they probably explain like it's an anti-meta human energy, whatever. I don't care. Science. So everything was fun. I don't have no complaints. As far as my rating, 5 out of 5. It was a 4 up until the end, but when Wally said he was leaving, 5 out of 5. Get him out of here. 5 out of 5 lightning bolts. Predictions. Looking ahead, I mean, I don't know. They've done a good job so far. I don't really know what's coming. We have no idea who these metas are. I would have to predict, because it only makes sense, that not all these metas are evil. And he might get a new partner, Elastic Man, or he might create a new hero that goes off to a spin-off show. I don't know. There's no way 12 random people on the bus can all have backgrounds where they're just evil people. So, that's my prediction so far. Anyway, that's my Flash recap. Go to the comment section. Let me know what you thought about the episode. What do you think about my thoughts? What do you think about my predictions? Are you happy Wally is leaving? Thumbs up, subscribe, and if you heard it here, it's official canon.